Previously, Leo was reborn after 1,000 years in a child's body, so Celia took him under her care, but she died saving Leo from voids, so Leo turned Celia into one of her minions. She had become a vampire queen, so she frequently seeks Leo's blood to replenish her mana, so Leo was hiding the fact from everyone that he was a demon lord and he was reborn to find the goddess. And to make his demon army again, Leo began to stay with Celia and her friends in the girls' dorm and later discovered that Celia's family died in a void stampede in the third assault garden. But then one day suddenly a void lord activated the third assault garden to complete the revival of the goddesses, and a distress signal was sent out from the destroyed assault garden. So Celia and her platoon were assigned to investigate the signals on the assault garden, because it's heading straight to the seventh assault garden. So Leo and others arrived on the island and splits up to cover the ground for investigation, but after a while, Leo and Celia got attacked by a giant void. In that attack, Celia was caught under a steel pole, so it's up to Leo to fight it off, but away from there, an elf was summoned into this world from the past. She saw a few dresses from a nearby shop, so she dressed herself up. Her name was Arl, and she had something to do with the goddesses, but then Nephicus comes there. He's the Void Lord and he knew Arl was the elf hero from 1,000 years in past, and he knew Arl came here to prevent goddesses' revival. Nephicus was the guardian of the goddesses' vessel. So he summoned that same tyrant Void as a welcoming gift for Arl. As for Leo, he sent Celia to the underground passage as she was injured quite a bit. Leo attacked the Void, but he deflected the fireball. There Leo noticed that Void was using holy protection that angels uses, and their fight was seen from afar. Elfine sensed the drone that was following Celia and Leo was gone, so they quickly heads towards Leo and Celia's direction. At that time Leo was bringing down that void with his gravity magic, but it wasn't enough to keep him down, so Leo used a fireball to turn it into ash. Plus he gives in a little extra with the thunder attack. With all that, the void was finally beaten. Leo gets down to the subway to check on Celia. Her legs were badly injured, but with her vampire queen's power she would need some time to heal it up. Then suddenly a few ghosts came out, so Leo was about to attack them. But Celia stopped him in time because she saw her void detector didn't light up, means they weren't some void ghost. Celia was actually from a duke's family and she saw the knight had her family crest. That man was one of the knight from her family. William was the head of the knight orders of the House of Crystalia, and it wasn't uncommon for Leo to see a soul attached to the mortal world. Back in his time it was quite normal, but in this time it was ominous. William then tells them about the signal he sent out for help, but it wasn't to receive help, but to warn others. Because a new stampede could very well happen. It's all because a new Void Lord has appeared in this third assault garden, and because of him William and the others were able to manifest in the soul form. And now that Void Lord has taken control of the island's core and was expending his energy. If the Void Lord attacks the seventh assault garden, they are doomed. So Celia wants to give this urgent news to the assault garden ASAP, but the higher-ups won't believe them because they got this news from a bunch of ghosts. But Celia was still not fully healed and needed some time to recover, so William had prepared a car for them to arrive at their mansion. Celia was confused because a ghost was driving the car. So Leo explained that ghosts are a form of pure mana and can control a magical device like this car. But using that car at that speed would be inconvenient, so he summoned his dead horses to pull the car. As for Elfine and her group, they found Arl in their way. She was a sword expert, so Sakuya took the ground from there on. Regina thought she must have been the one sending the distress signal, and out of nowhere she attacks them. Arl thought the girls were Nephicus's subordinates, but Sakuya was able to corner her in the end. Sakuya admits she wouldn't have won if Arl hadn't been injured. And Nephicus, the reason for her injuries, was having a joyful moment to see the goddess's revival plan was going on smoothly, and on Leo's side, Celia was thirsty for Leo's blood. But she got a bit rough and started to suck him dry, but their Elfine contacts Celia and she comes back to her senses. She was worried about the void that attacked them. So Celia told them that they took it out, but more importantly, she told Elfine that a Void Lord is hiding somewhere in this city and has taken control over the power core. They decided to regroup after a while, so in the meantime, Leo brought out a dress for Celia. It had the ability to convert vampire queen power to physical strength, but it consumes a lot of mana. As Leo told Celia to use it only when necessary, that dress gets inside Celia and it could come out whenever she thinks of herself dressed up in that dress. On the other hand, Regina patched up Arl so she could trust them and tell them who attacked Eri. Well, they did earn a bit of her trust and she tells them. She was attacked by a person who controls monsters. Their Elfine saw the records and Arl wasn't part of any Aswalt garden, so Arl told them her mission was to stop the revival of Goddess. But Elfine didn't get it. Arl understood the history had been forgotten by the humans, so she wanted to leave on her own, but Sherry recognized Arl was the hero from 1,000 years back in time. But the reason she came here was unclear. Then on Leo's side, they arrived at Celia's home, which brought back a lot of memories to her. And there Leo sat down on a chair which reminds him of his past throne, and Celia explores a bit and saw her father's study room, which broke her heart. So the ghost covered the whole room with illusion and made it back to how it was in the past. It reminds her how her father used to tell her stories of the demon lord and hero. But Nephicus interrupted her time, and seeing him, Celia just thought he was a survivor. Nephicus took it as an insult that she compared him to humans, so he nearly killed Celia with his attack. But right there the episode 10 ends. But if you all want to watch more of this anime, then comment down in the comments section to let me know.